Huge round of applause all the way to the front. Hey folks, this is like my fourth or fifth open mic. As you can probably tell from how I look and my accent that I'm not from here. I'm Indian, I'm an immigrant. I've been trying to fit into Asheville's culture. So yeah, I went to this tourist shop and I figured I'll get myself a t-shirt with the US flag on it. But you know, I don't like those tourist t-shirts which blare out the name of the place. I like it like just slightly on the side somewhere. And you know, 2 has like numerological benefits. Like 2 in numerology stands for balance and harmony and diplomacy. So yeah, I ended up with this t-shirt. So if you ever see Indian Trump supporters wearing MAGA hat, you know that they're just trying to fit in. Yeah, there's a lot of cultural differences in India and here. One of the things that I've been in the US for 14 years and it still throws me off is the quick fucking smile American strangers give you when they lock eyes. They look at you and they go, and it jars the fuck out of me every single time. I go into a panic mode. I'm like, where have you seen me? What did you see me do? Why are you looking at me like that? And I just stare back in that frozen face. And then many people, you know, once they get to know me, they'll walk up to me like, yo, I thought you were so intense at first, but you're so cool and funny. I'm like, I wasn't intense, I was just in a trauma freeze because you fucking blared your teeth at me like apes do at each other when they're being aggressive. Yeah, I should live in New York City. Asheville is a much smaller town compared to New York City.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I just go to Whole Foods to socialize. Let's do that here. Like, you know, just go to a grocery store to see some other humans. Because, you know, when you head out, there's just cars everywhere. I just like head into the grocery store so I can see some humans. This is how you try to make friends when you're a man in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
The t-shirt did not help, but I'm still trying. And yeah, in the American grocery stores, you know, like you have these wide aisles and I'm walking here and someone walks by over here and they go, excuse me. And like, I'm right here and they're walking here and they go, excuse me. Like, have you been in a train in Mumbai? Like, I spent my high school years dangling off in the train while like someone was groping me from the front, another person was groping me from the back, and no one said a word. And you're saying, excuse me for... You realize how ridiculous that sounds? So yeah, I'm an immigrant, and you know, the immigrant dream is to be rich and white. And you know, most immigrants are aware that they dream to be rich, but subconsciously all dark-skinned immigrants also dream to be white, whether they know it or not. So I've been like looking at what rich white people do, and in Western North Carolina, they all drive convertibles. So I was like, I'm gonna buy a convertible. So I bought a convertible, you know, hoping it would serve as a bridge of empathy from me to white culture so that I could fit in. And the key download I had through that is that rich white people live like every day is a vacation. That's like the essence of rich white culture that I have received as a download by driving a convertible in Western North Carolina, that you live every day like it was a vacation. And it's nice, you know, it feels nice. You know, I was at this gas stop in rural Virginia, and it's a pretty slick car. It's a black Abarth Spider. It's, you know, it's fast and whatnot. It looks nice. And a bunch of car bros will always approach me and be like, yo, like, how many horsepowers does this car have? The car I had before this was a Toyota Corolla. So this is quite an upgrade. I'm not into cars. What I like most about driving this car is it's really low to the ground, so I can feel like my root chakra, like like really rooted into the earth, and I feel grounded as I drive, and when I drive with the top down, I can feel like my crown like really connected to the sky. So I just feel like connected everywhere as I'm driving. But I'm trying to make friends here, and I'm in rural Virginia at a gas stop, so I'm not going to tell that to the car bro who just walked over and was like, yo, how many horsepower does your car have? So I just go like 7 horsepower. It's a lot of horses. No, like 7 horses can pull a lot. Yeah, I enjoy driving this car other than in spring. I don't know how many of you know this, but Asheville is the second most biodiverse place on Earth. Which is pretty impressive. Wide range of trees and whatnot. And on the flip side, what it means is like come spring, and these trees are just like spewing pollen all over, just all over, yellow pollen everywhere. And my black car is just like covered in yellow pollen. Doesn't matter how many times I wipe it down, clean it, it's just like always fucking like, the trees are just constantly bukkakeing all over my car every single day during spring. I fucking hate it. How many of you know what bukkake is?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to explain what bukkake is to those who don't know?
Yeah, I think my mom told me about this the other day.
The other day.
You know what it is.
We're gonna get into your whole family story and never get to the definition of bukkake.
No, wait, he definitely knows.
I know what it means, but I couldn't explain.
Anyone else wants to volunteer? No? Okay, cool. I'm just trying to put someone on the spot. Yes, it's when a bunch of men ejaculate over a woman's face together.
That's not what I call it. That's not what I call it.
But now you know. Next time when someone offers you a bukkake, you know what it is. It's a humiliation kink, and any guesses for where it comes from?
Gangbangs?
Kind of. Technically correct, but like it origins from Japan.
I don't know.
And the Americans, like y'all did a big number on Japan during World War II by dropping those 2 fucking atomic bombs. Because before World War II, like the Japanese were just having soft, intimate sex in missionary just to create babies. And since World War II, their population rate has been dropping, and they're into like the kinkiest shit possible. That's just how it works, like trauma and kink. Like the World War II trauma lives on in Japanese culture now with bukkake. If you haven't, I'm also doubly divorced, twice divorced. Those are enough clues for you to, like, I'm doing comedy here, I drive a convertible, and I'm doubly divorced. Like, these are enough clues for you to guess that I'm in my midlife crisis, like firmly in my midlife crisis. And Wikipedia defines midlife crisis for men as starting at the age of 35. But I was a prodigy, I started like way earlier than that. I started at the age of 30 when I was single in New York City, and I decided to get 2 cats. Like that was the first red flag. Like if you see a single man in his 30s trying to get 2 cats, you better check in on him, because he's going through some shit. And I got these 2 cats and named them Ginger and Cumin, my favorite spices. And I thought they were sisters and bonded with each other, and they played with each other all the time, till my buddy came and cat sat for me, and he was like, yo, Ginger's a boy, right? Like, no, what are you talking about? They're sisters, they play with each other. Like, no, Ginger has these little testicles, do you see it right here? And this thing that he's doing right now with Cumin, he's trying to hump her. Like, they're not playing, he's trying to hump her. Like, no. And then I saw it. I saw the testicles. I saw that Ginger was trying to hump Cumin, and I was in complete denial of it all along. I was just like, they're just playing along. And then I understood why my mom never picked up that my grandfather was humping me all through my childhood. She thought they were just playing along. I need to work on the delivery of that one. It comes out to the shock. But that's how it works, like if you have repressed trauma, you don't see it when it is happening somewhere else. And my mom probably had repressed trauma, so she didn't catch that. Before I discovered my trauma, I didn't realize my cats were humping each other, but now I know. So, yeah, I make content on childhood sexual trauma in my pastime. Which makes for fun first date conversations. Like, oh, what are your hobbies? So the girl goes like, yeah, hiking and like paddle boarding. I'm like, oh, I make content on childhood sexual trauma. And I've thought of becoming like a therapist to help people heal from childhood sexual trauma. But I've like explored way too much kink, and I've seen too much of the relationship between trauma and kink to maintain a straight face that you have to maintain as a therapist. I was on this date once, and the first date conversation inadvertently wound up on the girl's like childhood sexual abuse history, as it often does. And a stepdad used to spank her. And I mostly felt like tender and sad and like empathetically connected when she told me that. However, there was like a small part of me that was wondering if I'm gonna see her at the next Asheville Dungeon play party getting flogged by random strangers. Because that's how it works, trauma and kink. So, yeah, I hate it, when my car is covered in that fucking pollen in spring. But come fall, don't be surprised if I hire some of you to spew yellow powder on my car and get off on it inside. Alright, that's all for today, guys. Thank you.
Alright, yeah.
Keep it going.
Alright, we got some more comedians up.